Hey guys, FunnyGuyTimmy here with another microphone review. This one was sent to me by the company for review. I've looked up videos from people to try to find out how to pronounce this, but everyone seems confused. F-I-F-I-N-E, fine line. I'm guessing it's FiFine or FiFine. I don't know. And apparently no one else who's reviewed similar microphones has any idea. That's how it's, again, I have no idea if you can see that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. All right, so the microphone is this little bad boy right here, is a lavalier mic. And as shown on the picture, it is USB, and it is plugged in right there into my little USB hub. And then my headphones are plugged into that. However, this device, because it is a USB and it has a headphone jack, can be used as not really an interface, but as a sound card. And what I mean by that is you can use this to plug into your computer so you can listen to what's on your computer, and it sounds fine. Like if you're playing a YouTube video or a video game, you'll hear the audio totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that part of this device. So as an interface, well, not as an interface, but as like a little USB sound card, it's fine. Not a sound card, but anyway, it gives you the ability to plug in headphones. And then it has this lavalier permanently attached to the device itself, which, okay, so here's a couple of problems with it, just out of the gate. You can't hear yourself. Right now, there's no audio going through my headphones as far as what I'm listening to, because I'm recording this on action, and it's set to listen to what it is I'm hearing. Now, normally, it won't do that if it's a microphone. It's not going to have this double sound. But due to the fact that I had to go into the settings and actually click on listen to this device, it was giving me this double voice with like a half-second delay when I listen back to the video, my test video. So I have to turn it off, so otherwise it's not going to mess up the video, the recording, and so I'm not getting that delay. Like I said, there's a half-second delay if you're actually listening to the microphone itself through the headphones and through the device, because the device itself, the actual USB attachment, isn't actually playing back audio. You're not getting anything out of the device. You're having to go into the settings to the computer to actually get the audio that it's picking up. So there's a delay when you have to do that, and it's like a voice jammer kind of thing. It's not that bad, but it was throwing off my voice a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to some of the stats, some of these bad boys right here. Very similar to the Comica Lav that I did a review on before. It's very similar to that, especially in like the frequency. It's 50 hertz to 16 kilohertz, which is pretty much where the average human voice lives in that area. There's very few people that have elements to their voice that exist below that or exists above that, but just saying. Yeah, it doesn't really require, the microphone doesn't really require phantom power. It's getting all of its power through the little USB. Now, when I was listening back to it, I can't hear it right now, but when I was listening back to it, there was a lot of hiss, which is probably what you're listening to. And again, I won't be doing any cleanup, any EQing, any compression, none of that. There was a lot of hiss. There was a lot of noise. There's a lot of handling noise. Careful. Now, I'm not hearing that, but I bet that sounds awful to you. It is incredibly sensitive, and a lot of that is because the capsule isn't very well shielded. It doesn't really have any kind of barrier, any kind of resistance to any kind of handling noise. You find this a lot with cheaper microphones is that they won't really have any kind of shielding or protection from handling noise. It's one of the biggest flaws, and they'll be incredibly sensitive to that kind of stuff, and this is no different. It's a relatively large capsule. It's about that big. As far as the audio quality from what I was listening to before, I'd say it's very similar to the audio on my webcam. The only difference is actually it's closer to the sound source. So there's a benefit there. There's a benefit in the fact that you can get it closer to you. This microphone, it came in a little box about this big. It was packaged very interestingly. It has this little foam piece that the device actually just fits in, and then everything else is underneath it in here. So it wasn't really like a spectacle of packaging, but it was interesting. Comes in a very tiny box about this big, and it is less than $20. If you are just looking for like a Skype or a gaming headset and you don't need to listen to yourself, that's what this is intended for. I would say that it's not one of the worst sounding microphones I've ever reviewed, but due to the fact that you have to go into settings to actually listen to yourself, and it has a lot of hiss and a lot of self-generated noise because it is in such a small, lightweight, relatively cheaply manufactured package, it is going to have that problem. But again, it's less than $20. It's not a lot that you can expect from it. The thing that I do like that is a real big plus is the clarity of the audio in my headphones, not on the microphone, but when I'm just playing a video. When I'm just listening to a video through the device, just listening to any audio off my computer, it sounds really good. So that part of it is just as good as if you were to plug it into your computer. There's no hiss, there's no noise. It sounds just as clear as when I'm listening to it using my mixer as my sound card. So there's that. Now, another really good thing, I'm trying to do this without making too much noise, but there's gonna be no way. Another thing is it has a really long cable. It actually has a really long cable that's almost about as long as my headphone cable. So I can get a good ways away. If you were doing talking head videos, kind of like this, and you didn't have to listen to yourself, just take the headphones off and you're just talking to your webcam. I'm trying to do this again. There's going to be so much rustling noise in this. It's one of my biggest fears and pet peeves with audio and audio devices. Take the headphones off. You got the microphone. Make sure to place it really close. I tried to put it here, but the capsule pointed away from my mouth, and so I was just getting the bass, and I tried to put it here and it was too muffled, so I had to raise it up. Try not to tap it, but I'm tapping it. And so I had to get it closer to my chin, closer to my mouth, and it sounded relatively good. It's not going to be the clearest audio, it's not going to be the sharpest audio, and you're going to have to do a lot of editing to get it to sound better. But if you were doing talking head and you wanted to stand back, and you don't got to listen to yourself live. My hair probably looks terrible. Then this is probably relatively good. I mean, if you're starting out on YouTube, and you just need a microphone, something that you can also use as a sound card or a kind of interface so that you can edit your video afterwards, I don't think this is a bad buy. I don't think it's a bad buy. I definitely don't use it for any kind of serious professional work. Don't use it for if you're wanting to listen to yourself with zero latency latency. It's definitely not good for that. But it does have its pluses, its perks, its minuses. If you like the sound and you don't think it's that bad for what it is that you're needing it for, whether it's gaming, whether it's doing talking head, whether it's just doing Skype calls, stuff like that, then the link is down in the description. Again, also due to the fact that it's a Lav, you're probably not going to be getting a lot of the room noise because it's a very small area. So if you have like a fan going off or your computer fan's really loud, it might not pick that up. Now, my computer fan is over here and there's a quiet space, so I'm not really going to test the noise level. My thing is always testing the actual quality of the sound that it's supposed to pick up. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All links, pretty much there's only just one link, will be down in the description. If you'd like to see me review any other microphones, leave those down in the comment section. And until next time, peace.